And a warm welcome to the program. I'm Melinda Kinlami. I hope you're enjoying the month of March. On the show today is all about exciting creative events happening across the city of Lagos. For the love of theatre, these thespians put up the LTF Showcase. Then we look at the obstacles in the way of this year's Lagos Photo Fiesta. Enjoy an exhibition of contemporary art and crafts at TBS. So it's a loaded package on this edition this week. Do stay tuned for the details.
The information age is too busy to observe little things in nature. The artist has a duty to draw attention to these details of nature, for very often, the answers we seek are in the details provided by nature.
The Lagos Theatre Festival Showcase at Freedom Park featured an array of performances from music, poetry, and drama.
Lovers of the arts and the Irish community in Nigeria are part of the crowd that came to enjoy this exclusive soiree to kickstart the Lagos Theatre Festival Showcase at the amphitheatre of the Freedom Park.
This is the start of a new dawn. I'm free. 3-1 is the number for freedom. I'm free. Nothing can stop me now. I'm about to rule the world. I'm free.
Lagos Theatre Festival has had 22 countries participate and an audience of over 50,000 people. So please give Lagos Theatre Festival a round of applause. And we can stand here to say that it's the biggest theatre festival in all of West Africa. We took a little hiatus, but Lagos Theatre Festival is back and we're here to stay. And to put on festivals like these, it takes a lot of support. It takes a whole village. So I'd like to say a big thank you to our partners for holding our hands.
Ẹgbọ́n ta ló lomi, ta ló làlágbá ló bó bá gbódò. Èkó àdèlé, ibi à ń géré ń gbé sáré jẹ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì lọ. Àwa lọmọ afíjú wọjà rìn gbẹ́ndẹ́kẹ́, ọ̀gbọ́n àrìn wọjà páṣí ọ̀ṣìọ̀. Wọ́n ní bójú ó bá tẹ̀yìn ìgbẹ̀sì ojú òní tó kó lé.
After that song and recital in Yoruba language, there's more from performance poet Obi Ifejika.
Tell me about love. Not how you love me, how I promise to write your name on each star so that I will always find my way home. That I broke every compass we had to be sure I followed my heart this time, reminding me of the time I convinced you that I trapped sun rays in an empty vodka bottle because you hated the dark so much that I like to be funny and alive that way. You've always known.
Stories are the heart of the Nigerian tradition, as it is in Ireland, as depicted in this next act.
Let's go, buddy. Come behind the Irish for the Italians. Behind the Italians for the Maori. Come on. And behind them were the Americans. Behind them were the French. Everybody, they come to get their language and have fun. boola. Come on, everybody. Re-roll. Boola boola. Re-roll. Boola boola. And it landed on the ground. The beautiful soft sound. And the people who live by the lagoon, the people who live by that beautiful island, they ran and they picked up the sacred knife that had fallen beside the toilet. And they could have juicy slice. Let's go.
You Nigerians are verbal, Irish are verbal. We see the world through story and art. We feel, we have rhythm for words. And in our country, like in Nigeria, it's part of what we are. Storytelling is an ancient art form, just like everywhere else in the world. And in Ireland, we try and celebrate it. We want our young people to have it, and we drive it on as it evolves, so culture evolves. And that's why here tonight, I was so amazed. My second story was like first written down 1,200 years ago. And the Nigerians just lock in. They get it. They're verbal people, and they love stories. And they love music and dance.
Traditions are very similar. People gather around, they learn stories from their family members, from their neighbours, from people who travel and who visit. And when we go to visit our friends, they ask us for a story for where we're coming from, and it's done in an oral way. So Neil Taburka, who is here this evening, carries with him more than 200 stories. Some of them, the one you heard, is about 1,500 years old, was the first written version of that story. So that version has been carried for thousands of years before then, written down for the first time 1,700 years ago. And that's from memory. That's not from some book or anything. This is passed down from adults, ancestors to us.
A scene from the play titled Anatomy of a Woman is displayed.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine. What are you doing here?
What's all this, sir? Is that how you greet your visitors?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, sir. Good evening.
Well, I was on my way home. Then I realized that I have not said hello to you. I decided to stop by to see how you are doing.
What a thoughtful man.
I'm fine, sir. You can start going inside. It's late, right?
Tito, sorry, what is the matter with you? Do you make this man to meet his old man to tell you that he likes you?
I didn't tell you that.
He was your pressure. You see a man like this, a entitled man. He's desperate for your attention. He's doing everything that you act as if he's nothing.
Auntie Jenny. Auntie Jenny. You know I love you, right?
I know.
But please stay out of my business now. This is my life, my future. Stay out of it. Auntie Jenny.
Is anything the matter?
Sorry, so it looks like she has a slight fever. So,
Let me take her to the chemist.
Why am I here? Small pepper soup will solve it. You know, just be going, but you give me your number on WhatsApp, then I chat to you. I'll give you
put it here.
This is my. I'll give you feedback.
Do not forget.
Of course.
But can I give her a good night?
Very consequential.
Thank you. Good night.
The highlight is this performance by the Association of Musical Theatre Artists, Nigeria, which looks at the journey of the stage from the past, present, and future.
Àgàn kì í gbọ́dọ̀ ọkọ yà gan, ìran ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ kì í gbọ́dọ̀ ọkọ yà gan, a ò ní yàgàn láyé, ẹ̀bùn àwa máa bí sí, a sì máa rẹ̀ sí, àlàbọ́lẹ̀ nítò ṣùmàrè, ẹ̀bùn àwa máa là kiri gbogbo ayé ni. So singers sing, actors act. Dancers, dance to your heart's content. Painters, paint. Craftsmen, create more and sell your works. Let there be emergence. let the festival begin.
From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the light.
Art brings everyone together. It unifies us regardless of our color, our tribe, our beliefs. Art has the ability to bring us all together. And that was evident here tonight by seeing all the dynamic performances from out of the country and in the country. And I'm really proud of all of the young talent that we have in Nigeria today. It just shows you how talented these people are, and what they need is more opportunities and an enabling environment to continue to thrive. And we're hoping that government will do more to empower more young people at the incubation stage. It's very important, because if you can catch them at a young stage, then you enable them to become masters of their artistry. And we're hoping that government will do so much more.
It's a festival filled with diverse talents, seen in music, drama, and poetry, all for the love of theatre.
Talk about talent. Those tunes from Leye really struck a chord with me. Well done to the rest of the team. Now we move to the Bogobiri Gallery, where the organizers of the Lagos Photo Festival hint us about the brick walls in the way of this year's event.
Since its launch in October 2010, the Lagos Photo Festival has been running steady. It's organized by the African Artists Foundation, which has constantly brought in photographers from all over the world to make art popular in public spaces.
You all know what we do. We're always in Abuja, in the East, in Lagos, constantly programming events, working with every aspect of the creative industry, from music to fashion to visual arts. But our activities here for the past 2 years have been stymied, and people were, Ozzy was asking and curious about why we have lost momentum in Lagos. And I explained to him what was going on. I said, this is actually newsworthy. This is important that we put it out there so that you all can do your job, investigate and follow up and understand the scandal that is, creating this obstacle for us.
This parley is to hint art writers about the bone of contention.
The African Arts Foundation and Lagos Photo Festival is the leading international art festival on the continent, right? It's one of the leading festivals that brings the world to the city of Lagos. Everyone knows about our public space intervention, what we do in the schools, what we do in the communities, how we invest in building intellectual infrastructure to support the next generation of visual image makers, journalists, artists, and the power of the image in shaping and creating change. This is something that we really thoroughly believe in. And so if we are stymied and we are handicapped in this way, it's a loss for society. And we feel like if it's really important that we rally the public support to get on site, to be aware of the challenges that we're facing.
The Lagos Photo Festival has had 14 successful editions as it has become a melting pot for local and international creatives to come together in a space where they can exhibit, discuss and share ideas that will enable the growth of the art industry in Nigeria.
Let's hope the issues are resolved as soon as possible so the show can go on. We'll take a moment now. ArtHouse returns with more. Do stay with us.
Our wordsmith is My Country, My Pride by Dorothy Obichere.
Your color connotes beauty. Are you displaying it truly? Youths of today are the leaders of tomorrow. Are you preparing them for that great morrow? You claim to have great leadership quality. Are you setting the pace right for that actuality? For your followers who under the sun and rain voted to pamper your greenery, as people, part of a greater citizenry. They call you the giant of Africa. Are you truly living up to your mantra? To prepare your youth for a better tomorrow and laying down great legacies for the generations on the morrow? For the north, east, west, south, you are filled with great treasures like clouds. You are a great nation which stands tall amidst the crowd. Be that nation to be kept as a pride and to be proud of like a bride, and posterity will seek greatly of a nation that outshines brightly.
Let's check out the works of art you sent in recently. It appears a lot of artists are working with acrylic on canvas. Let's begin with this one done with, of course, acrylic on canvas, but a little bit of fabric has been added in here. It's called The Moment of Reflection by Raji David. Then Sober Soul is Kende Mayowa's work. Abiola has humanity. While on Resolve is a piece by Light Ghana Ghana. Then away from the acrylic on canvas paintings to this oil on canvas piece by Kingsley Nwafo. The concert, also done with acrylic on canvas, is by Babatunde Ogunlade. Then this sculptural piece, called The Feeling of Conquer and Defeat, is done by Ish. Gaze from the Niger Delta is an oil painting on canvas work by Oscar Tamgam. Then we wrap things up with, of course, another acrylic on canvas piece called Songbird by Marafa Kamba. And that concludes the works of art you sent in recently. We really appreciate you for sending them in and encourage you to keep them coming. Now it's time to enjoy the 4th edition of the Lagos Biennial Exhibition of Contemporary Arts and Crafts.
Arise, O compatriots.
5 years of collaborative work, all boils down to this moment. The 4th edition of the Lagos Biennial Exhibition of Contemporary Art taking place at the Tafawa Balewa Square in a show which positions the city as a hub in supporting and promoting creatives through exhibitions, public programs, publications, research and residencies.
We have over 80 artists from across 30 different countries, reflecting on the concept of refuge.
The 150 square meter expanse of concrete, which served as a racecourse under the British colonial administration and was later redesigned within the layered historical monument, takes a new shape with artists and artists utilizing every inch of the space to display their various works of art in different corners. For instance, this piece specifically engages architectural sites in the city, while others explore sound.
We're sitting in my installation that I did for the Lagos Biennial, which is where we see 5 sculptures, and they all have one speaker suspended in them, and we hear different voices coming from the different speakers. So a poem written by Duigu Al is being recited in this installation.
I have built these objects that are round, and the idea is if you're building a house, you have some extra plaster, and there's agama lizards, and they might want a little bit of a place to be at home. So you can just make some little round objects and make a pile, and then you have a home for an agama.
The Lagos Biennial is a contemporary art platform under the Akete Art Foundation, created and founded by artists in 2017. Through its activities, it shows adventurous approaches to art making, presentation, and critical discourse by local and foreign creatives.
Dexterity and ingenuity there. We see more on the next episode of ArtHouse.
Coming up on ArtHouse, we look at works of art that talk about love, affection, and unity at the Ayo Gallery in Lagos. Then contemporary artist and tutor Funsho Mojola has organized an exhibition titled Deep in Cultures in Lagos to celebrate a new age. We encourage you to keep liking, sharing, and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever-bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
Your ArtHouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of ArtHouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on ArtHouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program today. Thank you so much for being great company, and let's keep the conversation going on our various social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Enjoy the month of March.